Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you here on this Mindset and Motivation Monday. So excited to get into today's show. I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite clients that I've worked with. They had just such an amazing journey, getting to speak with them, getting to know them, understand them, and then see the evolution that took place over the multiple years we worked together. I'll always look back on it quite fondly. They're doing amazingly well here today. What I want to do is share with you, and I think it's a great example that if we want new things in life, new goals, we have new aspirations, we have bigger dreams, we just feel like we haven't reached our potential yet, we have to change. A lot of people, myself included, used to believe that things need to change, right? Things need to change around us in order to be able to achieve our goals. So there needs to be a new government, we need new friends, we need new mentors, we need to be able to save up enough money, we need all sorts of outside things around us to happen that aren't necessarily within our control. When we break it down, though, it is typically us and our wiring inside of our mindset that is holding us back from the best version of ourselves. That's plain and simple. And so when I look back over the next year and this previous year, I don't say that, oh, last year was a bad year. Now, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but I say there are definitely things that I wanted to accomplish that I didn't accomplish. Why didn't I accomplish those? For the most part, it's all on me. I just decided not to go after them, maybe because my why wasn't big enough, maybe because I was distracted by certain things, maybe there were things that came in my life. But either way, I was the one who held back on myself. And so how do I want this year to be different than last? Well, this year I want to accomplish some of the things that still stay with me in my mind that say, this is something that you need to achieve, that this is something that you should have hit last year. So this year, we need to make sure that it's different than last. And the best way I can share with that is it's just a great example. I was working with a client, this is going back many years now, and they were an amazing individual. They came to me, they were successful by most people's opinion, and they had a serious issue though. They were only in their mid to late 50s, and they had debilitating joint pain in their fingers, wrists, like overall arthritis-based symptoms. And it wasn't getting any better. They exercised, they had a personal trainer, they were eating pretty well, they were doing a lot of the right things. And so they were referred to me by another client, a friend of theirs who got great results, which again, that's the best way when you're in private practice is that you want referrals. You want good people that you've enjoyed working with to refer other people. And so when this client came to me and they said, I've got joint pain, I've got these issues, I'm already doing this, this, and this, how can you help? And I said, you know what? There are, and I always say like 10 to 12 different things that you can do and underlying root causes to work on that are going to fix most people's imbalances. So I said, we don't know what yours are yet. Let's run the big five. Let's look at your inflammation levels. Let's look at food sensitivities. Let's look at heavy metals. Let's look at gut health. Let's look at hormones. And that's exactly what we did. And we found about 3 to 4 main things to work on. And so we went about working specifically on a little bit of hormone imbalance, a little bit of thyroid imbalance. There was 2 food sensitivities, which I want to mention and come back to in just a moment. And then we did a heavy metal detox specifically for aluminum and mercury. And so all of that, really went well. But here's the thing. We started it with a 21-day functional medicine detox. Now, I used the one that I formulated for Equilife, and we got remarkable results. Now, this is not a sale for Equilife's detox. You can choose to use it or not. What I wanted to share with you is that within 3 weeks, the pain was almost gone. We hadn't even done a lot of the major things that we were looking to do, but the pain was gone. And so she was unbelievably excited. Hadn't been pain-free in years. Now, when the detox ended and she started to move back into daily life, the joint pain started to come back. And so we got the results back from the lab test. Lo and behold, very sensitive to certain foods. 2 in particular. One was eggs, one was gluten, like wheat-based products. Now, very easily, she said, I can get rid of eggs. I can substitute for this, this, and this. I said, no problem. It's only going to be a 3 to 6 month elimination. Then we can start to add them back in. And she said, the gluten's going to be a little bit more challenging. I go out with my friends on typically Thursday, Friday night or Friday, Saturday night. And I do that every week. And it's at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times. And I typically try to choose healthier foods, but inevitably I'm having some bread at a meal, pasta at a meal, whatever it might be. And those are things that I do very much enjoy eating. I said, okay, I understand. Let's see if we can eliminate those for just 3 weeks. We'll try that. We'll try looking at other things. And so she came back to me and said, okay, because this is the thing with health coaching, with an integrative health practitioner, you need to be working with your client at least once a month and follow back up at least once a week through email. So if you have a coach, make sure you're doing weekly accountability check-ins and weekly questions just to be able to go back and forth, because health is not static, right? That's the difference between conventional medicine and natural health. In conventional medicine, you take the statin, you take this, metformin, you take whatever drug it is, and then that's it. I mean, that's basically it. And so with natural health, though, you're trying to get to the bottom of it. Anyway, she went, eliminated gluten, felt a little less joint pain, but not considerable. I said, okay, well, you eliminated on the detox, you felt great. Could it be the detox-based products? Well, you're already continuing with the daily nutritional support for breakfast. You're not using the AYU or FM detox, so there's certainly part to that, but, let's keep moving. And so what we did was we moved through about another 2 to 3 months of programming, heavy metal detox, all these things, and she was feeling better, far less inflammation. Still a little joint pain though, not like it was before, but still a little joint pain. So we said, okay, we're gonna do our quarterly 7-day detox. We do the 7-day detox. By day 4, no more joint pain again. Okay, so when we look at, I'm someone that very much is down to the science and studies the variables, because I know that I can help people get well if I know the variables. So I said, okay, these are the foods that are working really well for you in the detox. You're still using the daily nutritional support. You're still using the products. When we came off, we were very methodical. I said, you're going to stick to the detox meal plan, shake in the morning. You're just going to add some berries, and then you're going to do your plant-based lunch. You can do a shake mid-afternoon, or we may have removed that one because we're doing the morning, and then paleo-style dinner. Okay, so we do that. We add the berries in the morning, no issues. Great. So we say, what's the next thing? We're going to do X, Y, or Z, add some sweet potato, add whatever it is at lunch. Okay, no issues. So then, and we have her do no cheat that weekend. So then the next weekend rolls around and she said, great, I'm gonna go with my friends and I'm gonna do my first cheat. And the cheat was only alcohol. That's it, because I said, stay clean, just have some alcohol. 24 hours later, some of the joint pain starts to creep back. Her issue specifically was around alcohol and gluten. And each one individually wasn't as harmful. Still brought back some joint pain, not as harmful. Add them back together, lots of joint pain. That's what we found. So now we had a decision. She was very much a socialite type individual, went to all sorts of different events, always had a cocktail, like not drinking 4 or 5 drinks necessarily per night, but 2 to 3 for sure. Like easily split a bottle of wine, with a friend, or grab cocktails first. And here's the issue. We tested this a bunch of times. Remove the alcohol, remove the gluten, and stay with the healthy nutrition plan. She had her omega-3s, her magnesium, getting better sleep, daily nutritional support, those things. Great. And she was doing well. But you add back the alcohol and the gluten, and there was a massive inflammatory reaction. So now she knew very specifically, here's how I stay well, and here's what happens if I choose to have gluten and alcohol. So the issue was, though, it wasn't just gluten and alcohol, it was, can I go out with my friends and not drink? Can I go out with my friends and not have gluten? Well, turns out she could go out with her friends and not have gluten, had a much harder time going out with her friends because of peer pressure, even in your late 50s or so, and not having alcohol. Having a soda water with cranberry, a little splash of lime or splash of cranberry and lime was not as easy for her to do. And her friends weren't necessarily as comfortable either, because they, kind of pride each other on just having a drink, loosening up and relaxing. So here was the problem though. These were her people. These were her friends. It wasn't just about eliminating alcohol. It was eliminating the social group. And so it took a while to be able to continue to heal, continue to get better, and find a balance between being able to go out, not 2 to 3 times a week for alcohol, but maybe once a week, enjoying a drink with friends, and also eating healthy at the same time. ultimately, we were able to find out the perfect plan and perfect balance for her so that she could drink. She could have a cheat meal of pizza once a week, whatever it was, as we continued to heal her body, which took about 6 months. And she was very happy about that, but not 2 to 3 times. You have to understand is that our bodies are sensitive to certain things. And this individual, it was like poison to her system. And so ultimately what it came down to is I still want to be able to go out. I'm willing to limit it a little bit. If I go out another night a week, it's not going to be with alcohol. And I'm only going to have gluten as a cheat once, maybe twice a week maximum, because she was more sensitive to it. So what did we look at? Well, we found that in order to not have the joint pain, be able to experience life pain-free, do your exercise, be in a better mood because you're not hurting, we needed to give up some of the things that we were holding on to in order to get an even better life. Now, today I can share with you that she no longer feels the need to drink alcohol to fit in, to be able to even have a cheat if she doesn't want to. She's not doing that for anyone else. She's doing it for herself. So if she wants to have a drink, she'll have a drink. If she wants to have pasta or bread, it's her choice, not because she's going out with friends or she feels any peer pressure. So I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I mainly worked with her years ago, got her on the right path, helped her, but still love to be able to check in with individuals. How do I look at this for myself or anyone else in my practice is that we have to oftentimes give up, not always add new things. I've done a separate podcast on this is about the subtractive based property to achieving your goals. Most of us know what we need to do, and we're often willing to do it. The problem is we're not willing to give up some of the weights that are dragging us back from really achieving what we want to, from crossing the finish line of our next goal and our next growth and achieving our fullest potential. So my thought process for you here today is to say, what might be holding you back? What is weighing you down? What not more what do you need to do? What do you need to let go of this new year in order to not let this year be a replica of the last? How do you reach new goals, new dreams, new potential this year by allowing it to be easier? And easier is sometimes letting go rather than adding more. Hopefully today's show was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if it was helpful, do feel free to share it to anyone else you believe it could serve. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk with you on tomorrow's Cabral Concept. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything. Functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.